Waukesha and tells TMJ4 News about the Live Today, Put It Away, Live Today, Put It Away program, a way to voluntarily drop off a firearm for up to a year to ensure your gun is stored safely during a mental health crisis.
Don't be afraid to make that phone call. No one judges. We want to help. Clearly, we don't want any tragedies like happening in Waukesha. It's a sad situation when it happens.
Family of Blankman say he had recently lost his father and brother. Wisconsin is the only state that does not criminalize a first offense for drunk driving, only a fine and temporary license suspension for most first-time offenders. But legislation is being proposed to make ignition interlock devices mandatory for all drunk driving offenses. Butler Police Chief Brian Zalewski tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
There's data that supports that they're extremely effective in preventing somebody from driving a vehicle if they're impaired. There's information that they both look at the recidivism of drunk drivers and preventing multiple offenses, and also the fact that somebody who's impaired can't get behind the wheel and start their car if they're under the influence.
Current law only requires these devices for drivers who have an alcohol concentration of 0.15 or higher and repeat offenders. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 9:03.
This report is sponsored by Floor Coverings International. Visit floorcoveringsinternational.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Floor Coverings International. They just did the flooring in our house, and it is stunning. Carpet, luxury vinyl plank, in and out quickly. They rolled up with that mobile flooring showroom. Incredible. Came in, walked us through everything. The installation was quick and easy, and it is absolutely gorgeous. FCI, the stars of flooring. Each Floor Covering International business is independently owned and operated. They are the real deal. Go to FCIFloors.com for a free consultation. They'll transform your home. FCIFloors.com.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
Hey, boaters!
We have the go-to marine store. And it's not just because we have all the boat parts and supplies you'll ever need, including oddball parts you thought you'd never be able to find. And it's also because we're cheaper than the other guys, too. So why shop anywhere else? This is Dave Doro from Kendor Marine. Boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water. Hey, boaters!
This is Dave Doro from Kendor Marine. When you get here, you might be overwhelmed when you see so much stuff. But don't be, because our staff knows just where to find what you need. They're knowledgeable, friendly, and willing to help so that you can find everything you need to keep your boat in tip-top shape. Boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. A night off for the Bucks after defeating the Philadelphia 76ers on Thursday. Milwaukee has went 3-0 against Philly this season. Big one tomorrow for the Bucks with Kevin Durant's Phoenix Suns in town. Tip-off is at 12 with our coverage starting at 11:30. And the Brewers take on the Texas Rangers today at 3. Stay on WTMJ for all of your Brewers and all of your Bucks coverage. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. Not seeing anything major across the Milwaukee traffic system right now. No major slowdowns or complications. Wherever you're driving to, it'll be a smooth ride getting there.
Traffic is sponsored by SB Framing Gallery, Milwaukee's distinctive archival framing.
SB Framing Gallery in the 3rd Ward can enhance and protect your artwork for generations. Framing pieces with archival and distinctive design. Learn more at sbframinggallery.com.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast, a high of 53 today with some isolated sprinkles here and there, getting to a low of 30 tonight. On Sunday, a high of 38 with some flurries. On Monday, start the week with a high of 38, a little bit warmer on Tuesday with a high of 48, and on Wednesday, a high of 43. In Madison, it's 45 degrees and cloudy. In Green Bay, 44 degrees with clouds. In Waukesha, 39 degrees with clouds. Right here in Milwaukee, 44 degrees with clouds and some wind coming in. I'm Jack Grouse, Sighting Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:07.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
Good morning to you. It is the Fox World Travel Show. Dayton Kane and Colleen Allsberg in today. How are you? Good morning.
I'm good. Every cop in the world is on 41 today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So be careful if you're driving out there.
Be careful all
Speed
the way
traps.
down. It was crazy. I've never seen that many cops before. So, and of course I was running late because that's just what I do.
President coming to town or something?
I don't know. I might get my car towed too because it's parked in an odd spot. But I'm like, let's do this hour and get me out of here.
All right, let's do it quickly. So last week when Rose was on, she had a deal on the text line. Is that still going on today?
It's something different today.
Oh, okay.
It's
All right.
it's similar but yet different. We had a little issue again last week with the FWT, texting that in. We got a lot of spell checks and we got some issues. So we have a new deal and it's even better. So if you text DEAL, DEAL, to your number.
I'm going to try it while you keep talking.
Okay.
Keep talking.
All right. So text us today. The word is DEAL, DEAL.
To 855-616-1620. Oh, it worked.
It worked. Thank you so much. Oh, perfect. And what it is, we are offering, it's kind of a last-minute savings deal today. The sale ends April 4th. It's must be booked by April 4th to get this deal. Travel dates will be all the way through December 15th of 24.
Okay.
There's still some direct flights from Milwaukee and Chicago, so they can look at that. This is all with Apple Vacations. Savings and benefits. We've got last-minute savings up to 40% off on some of the all-inclusive resorts. Normally we've been seeing resorts at $2,000 per person plus, for 5 to 7 nights, and some are going for $1,500 or even $1,200 per person for 5 to 7 nights. Also, and it's even less sometimes depending on which resort they're looking at. And we've got some of our favorite resorts that we were specifically looking at: Dreams Tulum Resort in Riviera Maya and Cancun.
Okay.
Beautiful place. Secrets Cap Cana in Punta Cana. Another wonderful place. Breathless, Montego Bay Resort in Jamaica. Oh, lovely. That's such a great place.
I'm waiting for you to go, yeah, this one's crappy. Don't use this one. No, they're all beautiful. That's why you chose them.
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
They're amazing. They all have great service, great food, fun, relaxation, entertainment, always something going on. So all they have to do is text DEAL, DEAL, and you'll get a quick and easy quote on the deal. Okay. And then we don't see savings like this too often. It's pretty not something you want to wait. Just go ahead and take advantage of it now, and it's working. I love it. I love that the text is working.
Yes.
So
deal to 855-616-1620, and you'll get that link that has all those specials on them.
Perfect. And there is a benefit to working with a Fox World Travel Advisor. You often when you're using online booking tools, you don't see those amenities, you don't see those deals. So we give you the most up-to-date information, the most up-to-date prices, and the perks and amenities.
And the person that's going to help you book it all is going to be an expert in travel and be able to make sure it's done properly.
And if there's issues, who do you go to? You need to have somebody on your side, and that's what our advisors are all about.
Okay, and if I want to go to foxworldtravel.com, I can click on advisors. There's a section where I can find a specialty. So you can sort by name if you know who you're looking for.
Yep.
You can sort by destination, and it'll tell you who the experts are in that area. Real user-friendly on the website. So it's a great way to get in touch as well. And I think we have this weekend and next weekend yet for the office hours on Saturday, correct?
It's through Easter, so I'm not even sure. I have to
through
check.
the 22nd. Next weekend is the last Saturday, I was told, last week.
Well, and I will be here next week as well, so we'll get you on.
So 9 to noon. So right now you can call 866-GO-FOX-GO, and somebody will pick up the phones live and talk to you if you want to do it that way.
Absolutely. We have the best advisors in the state, for sure.
Well, you win all kinds of awards all the time.
Yeah, we do. I love our place.
Fox World Travel, it is the Fox World Travel Show. You can call us here in the studio at 855-616-1620. When we get back, Phil from Brookfield's already on the line waiting to talk for us. Thanks for listening today to WTMJ.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Steve and Ashley heard our radio ads over the years, and when it came time to buy their first home, clicked on the blue button. One of our senior loan consultants, Brad, sent them a credit-verified pre-approval the same day and then upgraded to a rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval shortly thereafter. They made a couple offers without success, and then Brad told them about AccuNet's new property-specific pre-approval, where we might be able to include those magic words, no appraisal required. When they wrote their next offer, several $1,000s over asking to make sure someone else didn't end up sleeping in their dream home, their property-specific rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval included that most powerful phrase, no appraisal required, and the sellers picked Steve and Ashley's offer over several others. If you think all mortgage lenders and pre-approvals are the same, think again. Go with a local mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win and save money, too. Click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Do you love the simplicity and enduring quality of Scandinavian design? Then the Fjords factory-sponsored sale at Ken Michaels Furniture is for you. Inspired by tradition and built to last, Fjords brings the best of modern Norwegian design to your home. Save 20% on these ergonomic recliners and sofas engineered with comfort in mind. Available with manual or power options. Stop in today and save 20% on Ken Michaels Furniture on Capitol Drive in Brookfield, Highway 100 in Greenfield, or our downtown factory showroom. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
It's the weekend. Escape from your kitchen and enjoy a free dinner at the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill. Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. The Fox and Hounds is my favorite restaurant. It's one of the most unique, beautiful, and affordable restaurants in the state, as your second dinner is free, even on a Saturday or a Sunday. No kidding. Order your favorite steak, seafood, Northwoods pan-fried walleye, a big fresh garden salad, even the steak and lobster or prime rib on Wednesday and Saturday, and your second dinner is always free. Desserts and ice cream drinks, my favorite part of the meal. Buy one, get one free. I highly recommend the magnificent Sunday brunch. It's all you can eat. It's just $26.99. Kids and grandkids under 3 always eat for free. The Fox and Hounds, just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. The drive alone is gorgeous. Google it. Fox and Hounds Restaurant. Reserve your table. Relax this weekend with your favorite cocktail and a free dinner. And a free dessert. I love the Fox and Hounds.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for listening. Dayton Kane and Colleen Alsberg here with you this morning. It is going to be a high of 53 today with some isolated sprinkles, currently sitting at 46 and cloudy in Milwaukee. We do have a call at 855-616-1620. Let's go over to Phil in Brookfield. Good morning, Phil. What's your question?
Good morning. My wife and I booked a 7-night vacation at the Rio Playa Car in Riviera Maya. And their website says that the gratuities are included, but I'm wondering, is it recommended or allowable to tip?
Absolutely. They always, all inclusive say that the the gratuities are included, but it's our best practice, and you'll probably see this more from people from Wisconsin than anything, is to take a handful. I usually take 50 singles with me, or a lot of small bills, fives and singles, and then I set myself up at the pool one day, and you can tip right away. Give one of the bar servers some tips, and they'll come and take care of you all day, or a tip as you go. I do leave, maybe $1 or $2 or up to $5, depending how many are in the party, at some of the meals as well. It's just a nice gesture to the locals that are working there. They work really hard, so definitely don't have to, but you probably will see your service pick up a little bit if you do.
Okay, and it's dollars are okay rather than pesos?
Absolutely, don't even bother with pesos. I would just keep your U.S. dollar. They love them.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Phil. Enjoy your vacation. 855-616-1620. If you text DEAL, DEAL, not deals, not dream, DEAL, DEAL, to 855-616-1620. You'll get the link that Colleen was talking about earlier with all the specials that are going on with Apple Leisure Group and Fox World Travel. So some sweet deals, which we came from a time where nobody was traveling in COVID. Then there were no deals because everybody was traveling, and the travel places didn't have to have deals, right?
Correct. Yes.
They just were overwhelmed to begin with. Like, oh, wow, everybody's traveling again. And now we're kind of settling back into the old days of, hey, there are a couple deals here and there that I can catch, and that's how you get them.
Absolutely. In fact, this week, our CEO, Chip, emailed the whole company and just said how things are just kind of back to normal again.
Yes, it's nice.
It feels wonderful. It does, especially for us in the industry.
855-616-1620. Let's get to another email here. It says, enjoy listening to your travel show every Saturday. Quick question. While we are in Seville, Spain, we're interested in a day trip to Cordoba. Any suggestions on must-see things in Cordoba, traveling the end of May with 4 adults with no restrictions?
Well, I've not been to Seville or Seville.
Seville?
Yeah, Seville. Yeah. And I apologize, I haven't been to Cordoba either, but that's something that we do have some Spain experts at Fox World Travel. So like you were just mentioning at the beginning of the show, just to go in, type in the destination, and we'll get some ideas for Cordoba. I know it's a beautiful area. We've had some groups that have gone there and absolutely adored it. But personally, I just have not been there, so I don't want to suggest anything I don't know about.
That brings up a good question. So let's say I didn't, for some reason, book through you guys.
Yes.
But I email, like I went online, did myself and whatever. But I email you and just say, hey, are there a couple? Will you respond to that even if I'm not a customer?
Absolutely.
Just say, hey, make sure you check out this while you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a problem at all. Mm-mm.
All right. Hello, I'm looking at a trip to Vienna and Prague in fall. I have 10 days. Would you also go to Budapest?
If you can make it work, absolutely. I just got back from a very similar trip. I love Venice. I love Vienna. Those are two amazing cities. If you can tack on Budapest, or Budapest, as they say, absolutely. It's such just a gorgeous city. It's two sides. There's two cities, Buda and Pest. One side has the parliament, and it's very urban, and then the other side is more castles and park-like. And you can go up into the hill castle area, which is very quaint, and there's like cute little streets to walk through and lovely cafes. And then the other side is more industrial, maybe, and more business-like, but still some amazing parks, amazing history, still a little bit of that Iron Curtain history over there. And you have to pick up some paprika for sure. Hungarian paprika is the best. So if you can make it work, absolutely.
Okay. 855-616-1620. Question here says, last week, Rose rolled out the Alaskan trips. Are they still open?
Oh, boy, she did. And I was busy this week with Alaska bookings. They're coming in like crazy. And in fact, right before I left on Friday night, I made 2 more bookings on her group. If you want to go with Rose, I would not wait. Get your seats booked. Call Monday right away. Call today. And at least get a seat, get your seats taken care of, and then we'll work on the cabins and everything when I get back into the office on Monday. I'm not saying this, but I'm not. Don't quote me, but this might be the last trip for Alaska for Rose. I don't know, But if you want to go to Alaska with Rose, please book now. And then we have 3 other groups. I'm doing 2. I'm doing a Yukon. That one is selling like crazy. Everything is selling like crazy. I cannot keep up. So book away.
Book away. Yeah, there's 4 of them up there. June 1st through the 15th. You got June 9th through the 21st, July 13th through the 27th, and August 10th through the 24th. So a lot of different options there to look at for next year in 2025.
Correct. We basically do 2 different itineraries. I've been working with these Alaska groups for over 25 years. I tweak them every year. I didn't have to tweak this year because everything was perfect, and so next year's will be perfect.
Nice.
We do things a lot. I think that they're more special than anybody else. You can't buy this Alaska program from any other travel agency. I have such a good working relationship with Holland America that they let me tweak the itineraries, add some fun amenities. We put in special meals and special presentations. The 2 itineraries that we work with, one is a 7-day land starting in Fairbanks and going down to Seward and then sailing for 7 days on the Inside Passage. And the other one is called Alaska and Denali, and that's an 8-day land tour with a 4-day cruise. Kind of nice for those folks that have never cruised before and want to kind of feel it out a little bit, see what it's like. And that one starts in Anchorage, goes up through Denali into Fairbanks, and then we fly over into Dawson City in the Yukon Territory. A lot of Gold Rush history, a lot of fun. And then we make our way down to Whitehorse and then Skagway, where we board the ship for 4 nights. So 2 amazing, unique itineraries. You're not going to find them anywhere else.
Perfect. Get on board, foxworldtravel.com, or Go Fox Go, 866-GO-FOX-GO. They're open now. Somebody will take your call and get you hooked up with those deals. We did have somebody ask to repeat the number to text DEAL2 to get the link for all the deals that are going on. Text DEAL, DEAL, to 855-616-1620. 1620. 855-616-1620. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
There are surgeons lining up to be the one to do your joint replacement. But my advice? Exhaust all your options and put off joint replacement as long as you can. Make it your very last resort, because life after joint replacement isn't always what it's cracked up to be. As high as 30% of patients who have undergone joint replacement surgery report unsatisfactory results. And the cost, even with insurance, can be extraordinary. At Rejuvenex, we'll help ease your pain and improve your mobility with FDA-approved pharmacological treatments that precisely target where your pain lives. And by easing your pain and inflammation, we'll help you live a better life. And because we're in network with most major insurance plans, your out-of-pocket expense could be very affordable. Or nothing at all. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
You're going to get a free furnace from Quality Heating. This isn't a gimmick. You are going to get a free furnace. This is Anthony Zanevsky, and all you have to do is purchase a heat pump from Quality Heating, and you're going to get a free furnace. And this heat pump is not only going to give you 2 sources of heat and act as a backup, but also the heat pump will double as an AC system to cool your home as well. And it's extremely efficient. I have a heat pump in my own home, and I can promise you, this heat pump will cut your energy costs substantially. You'll be getting a top-of-the-line $14,000 to $15,000 system, but your bill is going to be less than half of that. So from February 1st through March 31st, you can get an insane deal from Quality Heating. This is the only time of the year we can do this. And it's really just in an effort to make one of the slowest times of the year for our technicians really busy. So see the man in the red van. Call Quality Heating. Get your free furnace and upgrade your home's HVAC system to absolute max efficiency. February 1st through March 31st.
Quality Heating. Quality Heating.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Good morning. It's 9:25 on a Saturday. In fact, the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day. Do you guys have an Ireland trip up?
Of course.
Of course. There's always
one.
one.
We have 2, actually. Gene Miller's taking out a group, and we have another group going in May. Yes.
So tomorrow, when you go out and drink your green beer and get all dressed up and see the parades or whatever you're going to do, and you're like, we should go to Ireland, Then
Yeah,
go to foxworldtravel.com and book the trip.
Yeah, and I'm fairly positive we'll have our 2025 Ireland trips up very soon.
Okay.
We're working on that quite feverishly, and we'll
But
get them
there's
out.
still room on the 2 this year.
No, those are
they're
sold out.
Man,
yeah,
okay.
they sold out pretty
Crazy.
quickly. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Bob in Oak Creek at 855-616-1620. Good morning, Bob. What's your question?
Good morning. I have a bucket list of going to Norway since I'm of Norwegian heritage, and my 2 adult children and their spouses have said they want to go with me, so we're planning on next year, and I'd like to know what the best time is to go there so that we get decent weather.
I would start maybe looking at May already, Bob, because that's it's kind of on the same parallel as Alaska, so their season is kind of short. You want to go during the summer. I did a tour to Norway in May, and it was absolutely amazing. Beautiful time to be there. A little cooler, not too crazily hot, not too crazy on the crowds. So that would be one of my suggestions. I was going to say go in the winter to see the Northern Lights, but that doesn't sound like your thing. So I would stick with the summertime and try to stick maybe with the shoulder seasons of May or September.
Okay, if I get into like June or July, is it going to be a little bit hotter there?
I don't think it's ever going to be really hot there. Again, because it's so far north, like Alaska is as well. So when you say hot, I'm going to say probably 70s, maybe crawling into the 80s, but nothing too outrageous.
Okay, and are most all credit cards accepted there since we've never been there before?
I would take your Visas and your MasterCard, Visa first, MasterCard second. American Express is iffy because of the fees that they charge, and Discover, you can leave that at home.
That's fine. And I know you're a travel agency, but how much in advance should a person doing what I'm doing make plans to purchase tickets? Is that a problem?
Well, if you're looking to go next year in June, then the air tickets will be available about 330 days out. So you have to wait for that from the return date. So it would be probably good to start planning now on the dates and what you're going to do, your itinerary, and then when the tickets come available, one of the travel advisors can help you with that.
Sure. And I have two last questions. Are there airlines that fly direct from Milwaukee or Chicago to Norway?
You're probably going to have to look out of Chicago. Milwaukee will be a connection of some sort, and Chicago should have direct flights. Checked SAS Airlines, great airline. It's a Scandinavian airline, and that'll get you from Chicago to where you need to be in Norway.
Okay. And the last question is, since this is our first time, and is it best for me to think about going on a scheduled tour there rather than us renting a vehicle and trying to travel around Oslo?
I would probably suggest doing a tour with one of the reputable tour companies. I did a tour, and what I was so amazed about is that when we were going, there's a lot of islands, a lot of water, and a lot of ferries that you have to catch, and they had that all scheduled ahead of us, for us. It would probably be an easy place to drive, but I think you'll learn more, and you'll benefit from the experience of a tour guide with you. And I had such a great group with me, and we really enjoyed our tour guide, and she just knew her way around and got us to the right little cities. Then you don't have to do as much planning and as much research as well.
Okay. And I've heard that it's a little costly over there, huh?
It is a little bit more expensive. Yeah, it is, just because of the area and getting things in. But it's well worth it. And that's another reason to maybe do a tour, too, because then you can kind of have that all set and you don't have to worry about that money.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks for listening. Enjoy that trip with the family. It sounds awesome. It is time to take a break from the Fox World Travel Show. Go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Jack Grau. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning. A missing endangered person alert issued for a teenager in Mount Sterling, Crawford County Sheriff's Office, since 13-year-old Isabella Vandenberg was last seen at her residence on Monday. Family members have not seen or heard from her since 7 p.m. that night. Vandenberg is white, 5 feet 4 inches tall, and about 120 pounds, with hazel eyes and blonde hair. Anyone with information should contact Crawford County Sheriff's Office. The Waukesha County Sheriff's Office will close the Huber facility. Sheriff Eric Stevenson says the decision has been imminent for years, due in part because of the Huber facility being 80 years old and never meant to be a correctional facility to begin with. And a man from Green Bay competing in the Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions finals wins again. St. Norbert College professor Ben Chan was victorious in Friday's Game 4. He went from third place to win by just $1 for the second time in the championship finals. Chan is using his Jeopardy! Winnings to support local organizations focused on mental health, addiction counseling, and public park initiatives. The Tournament of Champions resumes Monday when Chan has a chance to win the $250,000 grand prize. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving. Time saver traffic. We're not seeing anything too major across the Milwaukee traffic system. One spot we're keeping an eye on, 94 North at Drexel Avenue. That right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. You might have a little bit of a problem there on 94 North at Drexel Avenue. Other than that, we're not seeing any major slowdowns or complications throughout the traffic system.
Traffic is sponsored by Angela Calais and Benefit Realty. At Benefit Realty, pay only 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission and get all the service that you should. Benefit Realty, you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast, a high of 53 today with some isolated sprinkles here and there, hitting a low of 30 this evening. On Sunday, a high of 38, and breezy Monday starting the week with a high of 38. A little bit warmer on Tuesday with a high of 48 and 43 on Wednesday. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
Come see Thanalysis live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel on Friday, March 22nd.
Hey, welcome to another Thanalysis show. And we do well coming on in today's podcast.
Be there for the first ever live show for Thanasis as he's joined by his brother, none other than the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I took off my shoes and I was like, go crazy, go hoop. That's all it was.
Get your tickets now at TALiveshow.com. Thanalysis live at Potawatomi Casino Hotel on March 22nd. TALiveshow.com.
This report is sponsored by Diamonds Direct. Your love, their passion.
Hey, honey, I'm home.
Bob, I just hung up with Joe. It's the 4th time he's called this week. He says he's worried because for the first time in 12 years, you didn't buy my anniversary jewelry from him.
You didn't tell him, did you?
No, I didn't tell him how we made the switch to Diamonds Direct and how much I love my new diamond ring or these incredible diamond stud earrings you got me either.
Bob's gonna go nuts when he finds out. But I can't believe how all these things he used to say about Diamonds Direct just aren't true. And the prices are a lot better than his.
Yeah, and what I love is the free service at Diamonds Direct. I can get my jewelry cleaned anytime. And everyone there is like family.
Are you getting all you deserve from your jeweler? You might be surprised. Maybe it's time to make the switch to Diamonds Direct for guaranteed better value, selection, service, and quality.
If he comes up on the caller ID, just don't answer it.
All right, but we can't keep dodging him. You know we're going to see him at the family reunion.
Yeah, I know.
Diamonds Direct. No middleman, no pricing games, no compromises. Get details and showroom directions at diamondsdirect.com.
Another MVP has joined the roster at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
Dr. Ryan Stefanchek.
Board certified in sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation, Dr. Stefanchek specializes in non-operative treatment of the spine, chronic pain, all joints, all musculoskeletal problems, and more, emphasizing holistic care first, with a focus on diet, sleep, stress management, and social connections for a patient's well-being. At Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference.
There's a reason people sold to Grandview Homes instead of using a real estate agent.
We needed to sell Mom's home quickly and with a company we could rely on.
No showings, no closing costs, no added stress.
Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
You can find the Fox World Travel Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, at foxworldtravel.com it gets posted. At WTMJ.com it gets posted. We did get a text here that says, hello from Arizona. Who would that be?
I don't know. Is somebody listening?
Rose Gray, watching some baseball, though you said it got rained out yesterday.
Yeah,
huh?
isn't that funny? The first time that's ever happened to them. But they made do. They found a little pub to hang out in, so they made do.
Colleen Ellsberg here, Dayton Kane with her. WTMJ talking text line is 855-616-1620. Got a text here that says, just checking that I heard correctly, the 2025 Alaska is filling up fast. We're leaving tomorrow for Florida. Alaska call to Fox is on my to-do list for Friday when we get back. Will that be too late?
You know, I'd be a little bit worried, just depending on which one you want to go on. If you're thinking about doing the one in July with Rose, then I would probably get call in and have them make you. You don't have to actually set everything up, but just get the seats held for you, and then we can work on the cabins and things when you have time on Friday to call in or to call back. But I would set it up now. I just don't want you to miss out.
There are 4 different options next year in 2025.
Correct.
So there should be room, you would think, on one of them at least by the time you get back next week, but it never hurts to get that reserved, like
Absolutely.
you said. And by the way, 866-GO-FOX-GO. If you haven't left yet, there's people there right now you could call and just say, hey, I want to get on this trip.
Absolutely. And, they do fill up fast. We're doing single coaches on all 4 of those trips. So we have, the Yukon has 44 seats. The other 3 have 52 seats. Rose is half full in a week. So, yeah, I would worry a little bit.
Yeah. Another one about Alaska says, hi, Colleen. What is the city you most look forward to when you visit your Alaska cruises?
My favorite city in Alaska is Seward, and that is about 2.5 hours south of Anchorage. It is a teeny little town on the Resurrection Bay. It's surrounded by mountains. It's got a beautiful non-iced harbor, so it's got fishing all year long. They have amazing restaurants where you can get fresh halibut right off the boat. Right there, they have wonderful walking trails. You can walk right up to Exit Glacier. They have cute events throughout the year. It smells so good. It's got that just wonderful Alaska pine smell, and it's so convenient to other areas of Alaska. So that's probably my very favorite place. I would live there if I lived in Alaska. But there's other places I like as well, but that one is my absolute favorite.
I heard some future planning there if I lived in Alaska. You going to be moving on us soon?
Well, I'm trying to get Chip to open up an office up there for me, and I'll just stay all summer and take all the groups back and forth.
There
and
you go. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, I see no problem with that.
No. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. Let's go to Diane in Colgate, who's on the phone. Good morning, Diane. What's your question?
Oh, good morning. I have a few friends. We're traveling on a river cruise this fall, and we're starting in Amsterdam, and we want to tour the Anne Frank's Museum. Some of my friends are saying I need to get registration now, but I'm not sure if that's accurate, and how do I go about that to make sure that we can see the house in the museum.
Yeah, that is definitely something you want to do when you're in Amsterdam, and you need. I would highly recommend getting tickets in advance. And I'm looking it up right now. I believe you can only do it maybe about 30 to 60 days out in that time frame of when you're, and then you have to pick a time. And then you'll pick your tickets up there, or you'll get them with a QR code. But I would definitely get them in advance as soon as you can. It's just it's such a popular place, and they do have some walk-in type tickets, but that's just really chancing it. And if you've only got a day or two in Amsterdam, you want to have those set up in advance.
Right, and I did go online, and it says 6 weeks in advance, and so I didn't know if there was some other place I can buy them earlier. I just have to set my calendar for the 6 week date and then make sure I go in right away.
That sounds exactly right. Yep. So set your alarm for that day, and then go on right away, and then you can pick your time and pick up as many tickets as you can for your group and get that all settled in one transaction, and you'll be good to go.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Diane. Enjoy your trip. 855-616-1620. Hello. We found some reasonable flight prices yet this summer to Europe on Aer Lingus. Any feedback on this airline?
Well, yeah, Aer Lingus is good. I like flying Aer Lingus. It's the Irish airline, so of course the flight attendants are cute as all get out with their little Irish outfits on. It's pretty basic service. it's not all the bells and whistles. If you upgrade, they do have some upgrades. But the nice thing about flying Aer Lingus, especially into Europe, when you're coming home and you're coming through Dublin or Shannon, you go through U.S. Customs right there. So when you say you get into Chicago after your flight, you don't have to worry about customs in Chicago. And you know how horrible that can be, walking the Green Mile and then having to wait through immigration. So when you're done in Dublin, you fly into domestic, into Chicago, you pick up your bags and you go home.
Nice.
So that is really one of my favorite benefits of Aer Lingus. It's fine. Like, can I just say it's a fine airline?
Fine.
Yes.
Okay, let's tell everybody what Fox World Travel does when it comes to travel. We talk group travel a lot on this show, but what else do you guys cover?
Well, we do all types of vacation travel. We do meetings and incentives as well. We do a lot of corporate travel, and we have an amazing wedding department. So if you're thinking about doing a destination wedding or your daughter's getting married and you want something unique, get a hold of our destination wedding department. They do a great job.
855-616-1620 is our number here at the studio if you want to chime in with your text or your call. We're talking travel. It's the Fox World Travel Show. Colleen Alsberg and Dayton Kane with you on WTMJ.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
Get your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at ACCUNET.com.
Winter, according to some expert, is 3 months long. Well, that expert clearly never lived in Wisconsin. I'm Randy Miller, second-generation owner of All Right Home and Remodeling. As Wisconsin natives, we understand the bitter cold, biting winds, and how to help you improve your home with new windows, siding, proper insulation, and more. So you'll be fully prepared for winter, all 8 months of it. Visit us at ALLRITE remodeling.com.
All right, home and remodeling.
Whether you're seeking endless sunshine, ancient landmarks, or scenic views, Fox World Travel can take you there. We are proud to partner with outstanding cruise companies, including Holland America, Princess Cruises, Celebrity, and Royal Caribbean, to bring you unbeatable rates for your next cruise. Unleash your inner adventurer and book your dream cruise by visiting foxworldtravel.com or calling us at 866-GO-FOX-GO. Enjoy the freedom of unpacking once and set sail for adventure.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Sailing. Hey, on those deals, so if you text the word deal, DEAL, to 855-616-1620, you'll get a bunch of deals that are going on right now with Fox World Travel.
Correct, yes.
Is there a cruise on any of that? Or is it all more like drop and plops?
Well, there's it's mostly based on ALG or Apple Vacations last-minute deals right now, but you can always look throughout our website, too, because there's always some deals going on. And even Royal Caribbean has some things going on as well. So I think there was like kids sail free, things like that. So there's always a deal out there. And again, another reason to use an advisor, just find those, dig those things up for you.
There you go. 855-616-1620 is a WTMJ talk and text line. Text here says, we are looking at a Scotland trip, land only, but we want a smaller group and have some time to ourselves. Any suggestions on what company to look at?
I would probably look at Insight Vacations. They're one of our platinum partners. They're amazing. I've done Scotland with them. It's not a small group. If you're looking for something less than 40 passengers, then we'd have to look at something else. But what I like about Insight Vacations is that they only take 40 passengers. They have a bus that is like business class seating. So it's really roomy, and they have the best guides. They'll take you throughout the entire country. Love Scotland, love Edinburgh, love Glasgow. It's wonderful.
All right, so go. Let's go to the phones here. Ronnie in Milwaukee, good morning. What's your question?
Hi, I'm calling because myself and a group of friends, for us all together, I already have a trip to Alaska planned for June 17th through the 29th. And I'm wondering, we have already paid for the trip. Would we be able to take advantage of the deal that you were talking about?
If you've already planned, did you book with Fox World Travel by chance? Yes. You did. Okay. And you're booked for yes, I think the early booking bonus is still available to anything that you've booked. I would actually get in touch with your booking advisor and ask them if they can add it. Right now, the early booking bonus that we're offering on these Alaska trips for 25 are it's the Have It All, and it upgrades you. So you'll get a drink package, you get specialty dining, you get Wi-Fi, and you get a $100 excursion credit. That's the regular Have It All, and now with the early booking bonus for 2025 new bookings, you can add an upgrade to the Elite Beverage Package, which gives you better drinks on board the ship. It also upgrades your Wi-Fi, and it also gives you shipboard gratuities, which is, if you're on a week cruise, that's saving you over $100 per person.
Okay, wonderful.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Colleen.
You're welcome.
That was worth the call, wasn't it, Ronnie?
It certainly was.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. 855-616-1620. We have a trip to Portugal planned in 2025 with the opportunity to add some extra time in either Lisbon, Madrid, Porto, or Barcelona. What would your choice be and why?
All of the above. Those are some great cities. If you're in Portugal, I know that Porto is a small town, and that's usually where the river cruises take off from. Lisbon is a gorgeous city, so that would be probably high on my list. My second choice would be Barcelona, because I just absolutely love Barcelona.
All right. We are going to take our final break here. The fastest show on the radio continues. The Fox World Travel Show will be back on WTMJ.
Your weekly check-in on all things Milwaukee Bucks is here.
Just fortunate to come in Milwaukee and kind of get that same thing going. They trust me.
Bucks Weekly, every Monday night at 8 with Bucks Radio Network host Justin Garcia.
What we're seeing is exactly what you were hoping for. The Bucks are certainly trending in the right direction.
Don't miss a single moment as the Bucks continue their push towards the playoffs. Bucks Weekly with Justin Garcia, right here on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ, and on demand wherever you get your podcasts.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Ooh, ma.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Don't miss the Metropolitan Builders Association's free spring tour this weekend, presented by Nuns. See new homes, condos, subdivisions, and available lots all over southeastern Wisconsin from MBA Builders. Visit MBAspringtour.com for locations.
It's great to get back home when your castle grounds are grand. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a company that does just that. As in their name, your outdoor living can be grand and the possibilities are unlimited. Patios, decks, water and fire features, lighting, pathways, pergolas, outdoor kitchens. Unleash your imagination out there. Then turn Outdoor Living Unlimited loose. Travel the world and always come home to your dream destination. Start with a voyage to Brookfield's OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Take care of your vacation issues before you hit the road. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Isolated sprinkles, a high of 53 today, currently 48 in Milwaukee, Colleen Allsburg, and Dayton Kane. Here on the Fox World Travel Show, we appreciate you listening. 855-616-1620. That's the WTMJ Talk and Text line. Let's go to Alice in Fox Point. Good morning, Alice. What's your question?
Good morning. I'm booked on a Royal Caribbean repositioning cruise next spring, and I want to know if there are significant differences from a passenger's point of view on a regular cruise and a repositioning cruise.
Absolutely not. You're going to still get the same wonderful experience you would if you were doing just a regular scheduled cruise. I really enjoy doing repositioning cruises. One, you get some good prices on them, and you get to see some unique places that you normally wouldn't do on their regular scheduled itineraries. So your service is going to be great. Your food's going to be great. There might be a little changeover in some of the staff and the personnel because some of those that have been on for a couple years or, whatever their contract is, they might be replaced with a new staff member, but they're all so well trained, especially with Royal Caribbean. So I have no qualms and no worries about you. You're going to have a great time.
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Alice. Have a great weekend. So this is like, we're done with this regular routine and we have to move the ship to a different location for the year? Is that
correct?
Okay.
They'll move ships up to Alaska for the summer season, and then when they're repositioning, they will come down. One of my favorite repositioning cruises is from Vancouver down to San Diego, and they'd stop in Portland, Oregon. They stop in Catalina. They do Astoria. So unique places that you normally wouldn't have on a regular cruise, and then that would either reposition down to the Mexican Riviera, or they'd go through the Panama Canal and go into the Gulf and go over to the Caribbean.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I've hosted this show with you guys for 3 years. I don't know that I've ever heard that term before.
Oh, yeah. It's wonderful. And especially when you're doing transatlantics. I did a transatlantic repositioning where I cruised from Miami up to New York, and then we did 5 days at sea and went over to Le Havre, France, and up to England. So that was kind of cool. So they're kind of neat. The airfare can be a little tricky because you're flying into one city and home from another, but the price of the cruise might offset that quite well. So never a bad thing to look into.
All right. Speaking of flights, this question is, are there any all-inclusive charters in April or May out of Milwaukee, or are they all just out of Chicago?
You're going to probably looking at just Chicago after Easter, just because the Milwaukee charters will be ending due to not using them as much. And so you can still get some great direct flights out of Chicago, either whether charter or scheduled flights.
Okay, so we were telling people to text the word DEAL, D-E-A-L.
Yes.
DEAL to 855-616-1620. And what do they get when they
They are going to come up to an Apple Vacations deal at Fox World Travel, and it's a sale that ends April 4th. So look at this right away and take advantage. The travel dates has to be booked by April 4th, but the travel dates are through the end of the year. And you can still look at some direct flights out of Milwaukee and Chicago, and getting some great up to 40% off on some last-minute all-inclusives, including those great resorts we mentioned at the beginning of the hour: Dreams Tulum, Secrets Cap Cana and Punta Cana, and Breathless in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
All right, DEAL, DEAL, to 855-616-1620. Just got another text that popped in. You mentioned finding a reputable tour guide in Oslo, Norway. We see a lot of tours we can go on in Oslo. How do we find a guide for the whole day?
That I would probably give one of our advisors a call to see if we can come up with a local guide. If you're looking for just a day guide, someone that can spend just a day with you, we'd have to look into, we've worked with Signature Travel Network, and we can probably find a very good, reputable day type guide for you, for sure.
All right. Again, let's wrap it up with telling everybody what you guys all can cover at Fox World Travel.
Anything travel, all your travel needs are met by Fox World Travel, from vacation travel, corporate travel, meetings and incentive travel, and also our wonderful wedding department as well. So any travel needs that you have, please give us a call, and we'll point you in the right direction. In fact, I'm working with one of my dear friends right now. He started a new company, and he is looking for an agency that will do the travel for him. So I hooked him up with our corporate department, and they are in the works of getting him set up with a travel agency.
And one more time, if you want to get those deals that are going on right now, you can text the word DEAL, DEAL, no S at the end, DEAL, to 855-616-1620. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. You doing anything crazy?
Not yet.
No? Not yet?
Maybe. I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Somebody might call and say, hey, you want to go for some green beer? And I'll be like, oh, okay.
So you've been to Ireland.
I have.
Have you talked to people over there what they think about St. Patrick's Day over here? Do they celebrate that over there?
They do. It's not as big a deal as it is in the States, I feel, and they do celebrate it, and they do have parades and things like that. But it's more fun and more crazy over here in the States, and especially places like Chicago, Boston, and I think they're getting ramped up here in Milwaukee too, to do some parades and fun. I know my friend up in Green Bay or Freedom, I think they do a big parade, and so it's much more of a big deal, I think, in Wisconsin than it is in Dublin.
Yeah. We tend to amp things up a little bit when we party here.
We do, absolutely.
Another text came in and says, when is there going to be a Dayton, Kane, Rose, and Colleen group trip?
I'll
leave that up to you.
Yeah, I was thinking about that on my way down this morning. I'm thinking, okay, I'll be the tour manager, and Dayton and Rose can be the hosts, and let's do something fun.
And by the way, I don't recognize that number, so it's not my wife, it's not my mom. So
she's not pushing, huh? Yeah.
No,
I would love that. We'd have too much fun.
Okay, so next week you're back.
I'm
Rose
back.
is still in Arizona next week?
She is.
Okay, when are you leaving again? What's your next trip?
My next trip is April 14th. I'm going to Japan for the first time. I'm taking a small group. There's 24 of us going, and it's with Globus Vacations, one of our favorite partners. And I'm excited. I'm just over the moon. I have not been to Japan. The itinerary, I've talked to some people. In fact, a listener sent me some amazing information. Thank you again. His wife was Japanese, so he sent me a long list of things to do's and don'ts, and I loved it. Shared that with the whole group, and we're going to do the bullet train. We're going to create kimono painting and bento boxes, and oh my God, I'm so excited to meet the people and just experience the culture of Japan.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited for you, and I'm excited you're back next week. So we will see you this time, 9 o'clock every Saturday. It's the Fox World Travel Show. Coming up next, Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management on WTMJ.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel, and not WTMJ or Good Karma Brands.
Right now, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com. While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. the latest in news,
TMJ4 meteorologist Brendan Johnson.
We're getting all 4 seasons, it looks like, in the span of just about 72 hours.
entertainment,
His name's John Crimper.
I rode sheep when I was 3, and that's when it all started.
and more. Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ.
Right now, the prices of diamonds are probably the lowest we'll see in our lifetime.
Diamond prices are low, low, low. Here's why.
It was hard to meet new people during COVID.
When a person meets their soulmate,